It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. That is brand new metal church with No Tomorrow. And this is Neeley rocking with your Classic Metal Show along with my very good friend and partner, Chris Sakin. What's going on, Chris?
I'm in a weird, happy and sad mood, I guess.
How so?
That Motorhead thing kind of bummed me out.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting tribute, that's for sure.
It was great, but it was sad.
Well, of course it's sad.
It is just, and, I hate to sound like a chick here, but it is really hard digesting that part of, at least for me, my life is over.
Right.
And not because of Motorhead or whatever. I love Motorhead. You know that. It's been no secret on this show forever that I've been a Motorhead fan, but just knowing, I forget who said it. Was early on. I think it was Mickey D that said it about that, now Motorhead is over.
Right.
And it's like, man, that's just hard. That's hard to wrap your head around.
I agree.
And we've stated it, but, that the Lemmy attitude is clearly the way I live. And it's like, oh, wow, this could be ending soon.
Sure, absolutely. Well, it was very cool how, the guys that did show up and did pay tribute, some of the bigger names in, hard rock and metal music. Slash was there, and the guys from Metallica, of course, and Triple H, and a lot of big names gathered in that little chapel.
Yeah, a lot of douches too.
Well, yeah, there was a few people that obviously most of us probably would never know who they were, what their names were, but
the one guy with the I think his name was Scott.
Yeah, he had the mohawk.
No, not him. The one that was Lemmy's friend with the blonde hair.
Oh, yeah. He kept going on and on. He didn't know how to end it or where to end it.
Yeah, that guy couldn't tell a story if he was reading it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the former Alice Cooper snake handler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy could be a fill-in for fucking Talking Metal at some point.
Sure, absolutely. Well, if you don't know what Chris and I are talking about or making reference to, there was a memorial service for Lemmy today that was streamed live via YouTube.
Right.
And it was almost 2 hours long.
Yeah.
And I watched it. Obviously, Chris watched it. A lot of people paying tribute to Lemmy, some funny stories, some not so funny stories, sadness. It was a nice tribute. It was a nice send off, and and I really thought they did a fantastic job with the video feed.
I did too. It was very cool, man. It definitely was. And who'd you think told the best story?
That's a good one. I thought Triple H did pretty well. I thought Scott Ian did pretty well.
Sure.
I didn't get to hear Dave Grohl because the sound and video and everything cut out at the end.
Yeah, Grohl's was too sad.
Yeah, I didn't get to really hear it. The only thing that he started off how he met Lemmy, and then the sound went all fucky, and I didn't get to hear what he was saying. And then he did a little poem thing near the end, and that's all.
That was it. That was how it ended. He did he did a reading from a Little Richard tune, and then that was the ending. Was cool though. At the end, one of the roadies picked up a fucking bass and just
they let it fade out.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, I agree.
I honestly thought Triple H told the best story, and not just because I'm a wrestling geek.
Well, I'm not a fan at all.
Right, exactly.
So I thought, he told good stories.
I just, you could feel his story about when he was talking about, going out in front of like a WrestleMania crowd in front of 80,000 and listening and hearing Lemmy sing about you, how cool that was.
Right.
That is like the coolest fucking, when you put your head around that and think about that, that's like the coolest tribute. And really, he's the only guy on the planet that can really say that.
Absolutely. It
was cool. Rob Halford was okay.
Yeah, he was a little too sappy.
Yeah, he was just a little too, too funeral-ish. I hate to say that at clearly what was a memorial service, but most of the guys were not funeral-y. and Halford was kind of funeral-y.
Yeah, well, yeah, and not only that, but he was just too sappy and sentimental. I mean, as much as I appreciate that, but sitting there holding Lemmy's hand and giving him a kiss and all, it's just like playing into the whole gay stereotype. It sounded very homosexual, and I know he didn't mean it that way.
Yeah, it was like, we get it, you're gay.
Yeah, we didn't, and that's how he started his tribute with love, lots of love in the room, love, It's just like, all right, dude, come on.
Yeah, it was, but he was. I thought Mike Inez, even though he was stoned out of his head, was pretty good too.
Sure.
His stories were pretty good, and I really enjoyed. Dude, Lars, who I usually fucking hate.
Yeah, because he always comes off between him and Scotty, and you always wondered who's going to be the biggest douche.
And neither one of them. Both of them told cool stories today.
Yeah.
Which was, and I'm a total Metallica dick, but it was cool hearing him actually acknowledge, all the reasons why Lemmy truly was the inspiration behind Metallica.
Right, absolutely.
Just a cool tribute. I thought it was cool, but it's just now it's like completely done.
Yeah.
Now there's nothing left except the tunes.
Right. Well, hey, you know what? The guy influenced so many people, and nobody had a bad word to say about him. I mean, we've often talked about Lemmy here on the show.
Sure.
Way prior to his passing, and what a nice guy he was, and how cordial he was, and all these other things, and mannerly. For a guy who's a hardcore, tough rocker guy, he was very gentlemanly.
Well, you know what was telling in that tribute today was a lot of the guys told their first time stories about how they first met Lemmy.
Right.
And they literally, and these are famous guys. These are, Robert Trujillo from Metallica and, and Scott Ian and Mike Inez, Alice in Chains and Ozzy's band.
Right.
And, all these famous guys telling their story. And it's literally the same story you tell. It's literally met him. He had a chat with me. He didn't just fucking blow me off. He sat down and talked.
Absolutely.
To me.
Yeah, he gave me about 10 minutes.
Yeah, which is, he didn't have to give you dick. He could have had his guy come and move you away.
That's true.
And it just cool, I guess is the best way to put it. He goes out the way he was, which is cool.
Right, absolutely. So there is and was only one Lemmy, and I just feel very fortunate that I caught the tail end of a great era in music.
Sure.
Because going back to everything we've talked about over the last few years, it's not going to be long before all the cool bands are gone.
I know. Well, and then you got Black Sabbath ending after this summer?
Yeah, I think they have some shows scheduled all the way into the fall.
But that's it, right?
Yeah, I think they already have Tinley Park tickets were on sale already, like back in November or something. Wow. for September.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that'll be another one that'll be gone. Priest can't have that many more years in them.
Sure.
I mean, who's left? Deep Purple? They can't have much left.
Iron Maiden?
Well, they still got some energy, but...
Yeah. AC/DC?
They're done. They've already said they're done.
Mm-hmm.
They're done after this run. That's it.
Yeah.
We're going to get to where the most senior bands on the circuit... Within the next, 3 years, the most senior bands on the circuit are going to be like Korn, Disturbed,
yeah.
Pearl.
Sure.
It's going to be a totally different era and a totally different animal, and it is going to, for me personally, and I don't know about you, but I'm going to assume you as well, my concert days are pretty much done.
Yeah. I have very few interest in going to concerts these days. I mean, obviously the ones that I've attended in the recent years are only the ones that I go by way of invitation.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Other than that, am I buying tickets to go see shows? No.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going next Friday. I'm going to go see Anthrax. And but that's like the only thing on my even radar.
Right.
For the year.
Sure.
I can't think of anything else I really want to go see. Look, Aerosmith, Kiss, and ZZ Top still kicking. Okay. For how much longer? Kiss is probably going to be around for until they fucking die.
Right.
Aerosmith, they're done, aren't they? I thought Steven Tyler was country guy now.
Yeah, I don't think Aerosmith will go away. I don't know how many more years, but
I don't think they're going to tour anymore.
Yeah.
I think they're going to play like 1 or 2 shows here and there. It'll all be festival shit from here on out.
Sure.
And ZZ Top, come on. Stop it. I love ZZ Top and all, but do we really count them as an A-list band?
Right. Well, as much as I enjoyed that Scorpions Queensryche show this past fall,
Yeah.
it was just a fantastic show.
Sure.
Had I not been given the opportunity to go there as a guest,
You wouldn't have gone.
I wouldn't have gone.
No, of course not. Dude, it's over. I mean, it's just over now. You know, I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know how it's going to continue because not only is it over, but there's nothing behind it.
Mm-hmm.
There's just nothing. You know, even if it was bands we don't like, you know, like I'll acknowledge Avenged Sevenfold. I think Avenged Sevenfold is the last major rock band.
Okay.
Is there another band? I mean, they're what, about 10 years old at this point? Is that right?
At
Maybe?
least.
So is there anything that's new in the last 10 years, even if you don't like it, that you could think of that is big?
Yeah, on an arena level.
Yeah, I can't think of.
I can't either.
You know, I mean, the band's, you know, not that this band's really huge or anything, but it's pretty much one of the biggest bands of the last 10 years would be Volbeat, as far as rock goes. You know, as far as radio play and, you know, all that shit. And what are they? I mean, in reality, what are they? 3,000 seater?
Right.
You know, and that's about it as far as new. I can't think of, and no, Black Veil Brides is not pretty big. Black Veil Brides is pretty big on press, but no one goes to see them.
They can't sell an arena.
No, they could sell maybe 5,000 tickets. Five Finger Death Punch.
Nah.
I can't see them. They do headline a lot of shit. They might be big enough. I don't like them, but they might be that band.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm. You know, I don't know. They are generally the 1 or the 2 on festivals.
Sure.
So they've got to be.
Yeah,
close to that.
but that's the key word though. Festivals.
Yeah, I don't know what they play when they play. You know,
But they couldn't go out and headline a tour.
Oh, they could, but I don't think it would be Gund Arena.
That's what I'm talking about. We're talking arena size acts here. I mean, obviously there's bands out there that can play in theaters and play the House of Blues and, you know, play the Agoras and things like that. But
I think they're bigger than that.
But
Five Finger Death Punch, probably 8,000 to 10,000.
Okay.
I think. That's a guess. I don't know. Well, let's just look them up. I'm sure we can. And of course we can't. Well, we can find out where they're playing now. They have dates. Let's see. They are playing. Tell me if you know any of these places. JetBlue Park in Fort Myers.
Couldn't tell you.
Well, Map Free Stadium. That's in Columbus. That's where Rock on the Range. Oh, that's because it is Rock on the Range.
Yeah. So they're not headlining. They're just one of the bands.
Yeah. All these do look like they're all festivals.
Yeah. So they're not big enough to you know headline a tour on their own.
Right. No, they're not.
They have to be a part of a package.
Right. And even this JetBlue Park thing is with Rob Zombie.
Right.
So,
right.
yeah. Wow.
Well, if it was a different time and a different era, and you know there was still a chance for you know up and coming metal acts to you know become huge, you would think that a band maybe like a Primal Fear would have a shot at being a big band if it was 1989, 85, yeah.
Yeah, because it ain't happening now.
Yeah, if it was a different era, they would be big.
Right.
But not anymore.
Do you think there was, since Jackal brought it up, do you think there was ever a time Night Demon would have been anything but a club band?
No. They're not that good. I mean, it's not that I don't like their music and stuff. It's just that they're not they don't have that polished big band attitude.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably true.
You know, they're okay. But the music that I've heard from them, it's a independently produced band.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not. I mean, it's good tunes and stuff, but is it on a arena scale? If it was 1985, no.
Right. Man, I'm looking at the names that are popping up in the chat room, and it's really depressing because these are the bigger bands that are out there, like Buck Cherry. Buck Cherry, every time they put out a record, has 3 radio singles, that are hits, legitimate hits. And there's no way are they going to draw more than 5,000 people anywhere.
Yeah, they're more of a novelty band almost.
Yeah, they have become that.
Yeah, they're not about solid tunes that people remember. They're more novelty in their goofy lyrics and that kind of stuff. So they're just a step above Steel Panther.
Right.
They are.
Well, Steel Panther, I think, probably draws more people.
True, but they're a novelty act.
Right.
People aren't out there buying their records in droves because they're just such a scary, talented band. It's just that they put on a good show.
Right. It's fun.
Yeah, they're a fun show.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So it's like going to the circus or going, whatever.
Going to the circus.
Yeah, it's a metal circus or hard rock circus.
Right.
It's just the silliness of it all.
Can you just imagine if you were 25 right now and this is what you had to look forward to?
Well, but you see in a statement like that, you have a comparison.
True.
And people, well, let's just take Taylor, for example.
Okay. Let's take Taylor. Okay. Can I go first?
She's 21 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, some way, a big influence is the CMS because she started listening to us so young.
Mm-hmm. When she was young and supple.
Right. But the thing is if she wasn't such an uber fan of this style of music,
right,
she wouldn't know what she's missing. Probably
not, but she would have heard the stories.
But the thing is that she has taken it upon herself, whether it be me or other friends or whomever, to actually go to these last remaining shows,
right,
and experience it.
Sure.
Only because of her interest in it and her love for this style of music.
Right.
But any other average person her age, they've got nothing to compare to.
Yeah. They're more thrilled to go to a Comic-Con or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Or furry convention.
Yeah, furry convention. Yep. It's just a whole weird new generation, and they don't even know what they're missing anyway.
Yeah. It is funny, though, because it's that I honestly think, and I really get this vibe from, the poll that we had on the Facebook this week. It's that generation that's going to sell out the Guns N' Roses tour.
Yeah, only because of the nostalgia.
Yeah, but it sure as fuck ain't going to be our age people.
No. I saw you post the thing over there on the CMS Facebook, and every single comment that I read was almost a negative, like, no fucking way. Not paying that kind of money. There's no way I'm going. Screw that. That's over. It's yesterday's news.
Right.
They're not the dangerous band anymore.
Right. But 20-year-olds really want to go. Like, our friend Rockin' Robin. She is definitely going to go. No matter how much it costs, no matter where it is. If it's if the closest gig is in Florida, she'll drive to Florida to go see it.
Right.
Even though she knows it's not the real deal. And her answer is, I was too young to see the real deal, so this'll have to do. It's like, I don't know.
Well, that's all they've got, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Yeah, I guess if they don't adopt that, they got to go to Taylor Swift or whatever country band.
Yeah, well, I'll be happy to check out when my days are over.
Yeah, I'm not going to miss it much.
Yeah, I just don't see. I'm just not optimistic about the future for most anything, whether it's music or politics or just life in general. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm suicidal and I'm going to check out, but
right.
But it's just there's just nothing to look forward to. Nothing.
It's definitely coming to a close. That's for damn sure.
These last 7 years of this current administration has just sucked the life out of me.
Yeah, exactly. Well, hopefully something will change.
Yeah.
Hopefully something's going to change.
Well,
anything.
Well, whether you're a Trump fan or not, or whether people think he's going to make it to the, nomination or not, he sure has stirred things up.
Well, look, you could put any serial killer against Hillary, and I'm voting for him.
Right.
It's that simple. I will vote against Hillary no matter who's up there. If their platform is I'm going to kill everybody, I'm still voting for them over Hillary. I just am, because at least they're honest. At least they'd be honest enough to say, yeah, I'm going to kill you.
Well, look at Steve Jackson. He's more optimistic than everybody. Trump's going to win.
He might.
You know what? And if he does, I'll be happy. And I'm not rah-rah Trump. I'm just like, you know what? I like a guy like that who says what he thinks and isn't bought out and just like, fuck you.
I like a guy. The only thing I do want to hear him say, and I really don't want to get into all kinds of.
Yeah, I don't either. I just was talking about something to look forward to stir things up a little bit.
The only thing I would like to hear him say is that he's wrong about something, or he's been wrong about something. Because if he could put that out right now, then that makes me automatically willing to vote for him.
Okay.
Because at least he's not a fucking liar.
Yeah.
Cannot fucking say that he's ever wrong, like the cunt that we have right now.
Right.
And that's my political stand.
Right. All right.